Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast. Once again, France and Vlad, joined by the homie CC on air, back for another round of battle rap news. What it do, babies?
What they do? What they do?
What up, though? Big France, what's up, player?
We got a bunch of stuff in the news
Yo,
back there.
water.
Get money
Of course,
and
man.
drink
Get money
water.
and drink water, man.
France got the Essentia. I got that Zico. You know I'm a Haitian. I got to drink that coconut water.
Pandemic and drink water.
DNA making money throughout this pandemic.
Oh, DNA caught a lick, man. DNA had everybody pay $10 for a battle that came out 5 minutes afterwards. I can't believe it happened.
Nah, see, DNA told everybody, look, you could record this, put this on right after we're done. It don't matter. People paying $10 to watch it right then and there. So if you paid, you just contributed to the John, the Don, and DNA Foundation, and you did it willingly. So it's all good.
Well, that's nice. But for people like me that need to hold on to my coins, I waited for, 15 minutes of fame. They never let me down.
They held it down.
$3.99, so that's how I watched it.
That's my motherfucking dream right there.
They held it down, that's for sure.
Okay, Unc, he was like, I did give you my 10, but I'm still going to record this shit and get money.
Is Unc an uncle at this point? Is he an uncle?
He called himself an Unc. Like, he probably 45, 46.
Nah, I think Unc 50.
He 50.
I think
he's somebody's daddy.
Oh no, that's for sure. He definitely got. I know he got at least one child out there. He might be a grandpappy.
Just like you be seeing girls be posting the memes talk about shit. Fuck these niggas. I'm going for somebody's daddy this summer. like
I'll tell you what though. As part of Bald Gang, Unc's baldy is pristine. He looked like he got that one. The one razor, it ain't the mock with the 3 or 4. It's like it's just one, and he just go front to back, get that shit clean, boy.
And it's nice and shiny and moisturized and smooth.
It never got no patches. It's never
Yes, that's the thing. I don't mind bald men, but just make sure your scalp is hydrated, shiny, and moisturized and smooth. Don't nobody want to see no flaky, dried out, bald, wrinkled head.
John should have showed the bald head for the battle on the IG battle.
Word, man. Be bald and proud, man. And shout out.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. And you got to have some facial hair too.
Shout out to my bald brother, Ray Allen, for issuing the bald challenge. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm in the crib. Y'all can't see me. I'm definitely rocking.
He looking like Ray Allen, y'all.
Yankee Stadium, Ford Field right now. You know what I'm saying? But what's ill is that my joint is just like, it don't really know what it want to do. Because I don't got the skinned baldy where it's like, where everything is just done. It's like little bits of hair pop out. So it's like, I'm like, what you want to do, bro? Is we going all the way? Or you going to fight and come back?
Not talking to your scalp.
I be talking to it.
No.
Because when I cut it low, I be having a mirage like, yo, it almost looks like it's there. But I don't fool myself into thinking that it. See, the worst kind of bald dude is the bald dude that's in denial. You feel me? Like, you still trying to pull it off. Like, nah, bro. You got to know where you at. Be comfortable with it. And if you going out somewhere for the first time, you got to let the baldy breathe. Because ain't nothing like shocking a woman when she think you got hair because you got a hat on and, the back be showing the hair. And then you take that joint off and it's like, wah-ha-ha, man.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I've been with my wife 20 years.
That's never happened to me, but I probably.
If that was to happen, if you thought a man was fine, right? Fine. And, he had the hat on, then he took it off and had Coors Stadium right up in here, sunroof open. How shocked would you be?
I'll be very shocked, just like I am shocked when you guys do your own form of sorcery and you look good with a hat on, but once you take that hat off, you look like a fucking egghead.
How about the biggest? How about the biggest sorcery? The Cortez, the whole.
What is he doing?
Yo, man.
He can't talk about bitches. that's what really made me mad when he said something last year about girls. I'm like, nigga, what?
My son got the tattooed.
So you're going to be the one to do this today. Okay, well, let's talk about the sorcery on top of your head.
Oh, man, my son got the tattooed Caesar and the Beijing beard. Life different, you heard? Know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Cortez, we had the whole little on-site social distancing RBE thing going on.
Yeah.
40 Cal dropped a little Cortez verse today. A lot of mixed reviews. People liked this, some people didn't. It was creative, a lot of effort.
Friends,
it was a lot of effort.
Before we start, though, it said 40 Cal versus Cortez, but there's no Cortez round. What's going on here?
Yeah, let me just say this. We all know Cortez on a max contract on URL.
Okay.
What you mean?
Let's talk to the streets right now, player.
Yeah.
He signed a 5-battle deal back in, I believe, October of 2019. Maybe September. I can't remember what month it was. But he signed a 5-battle deal. He's about, 3 battles into his deal so far? So maybe URL gave him a little call like, yeah, you're not putting up that Skype battle.
Oh, he got the call.
I mean, I would assume because if you're under a max contract with URL, they're not going to, how URL is.
I mean,
especially with RBE, they petty.
Absolutely.
They are petty.
Absolutely. And the 40 Cal is flourishing right now, guys. 40 Cal has destroyed Battle Rap's Twitter every single day. And I was having a talk earlier with Tone Bro and Ben. Shouts to those guys. We were politicking. We're like, yo, do you think industry rappers that come into battle rap realize it's so easy to market in this niche because the level of marketing that you have to put in as an artist is so much less magnified in battle rap. So you're like, oh, well, all I got to really do 10% of the amount of marketing I did prior and I can dominate the sport. That's why they're so stuck in the news cycle every week. This is our 4th week and we're talking about 40 Cal still, guys.
That's all you got to do, man. Be consistent and be creative and be entertaining. And you can keep the people distracted and keep the timeline lit. 40 Cal has figured it out. He's got 40 minions working day and night, creating all kinds of content for him. Cassidy had minions creating content for him. I'm like, battle rappers, all these creative people in the BRC, you guys could get a couple little interns to come up with animations, sketches, this, that, and the third for you and just drop them weekly.
Do it for free.
Like you said it, man. They are, I ain't going to call them groupies. You know what I'm saying? I'll say there are people who are fanatics and hardcore fans of said rappers and would gladly do some of the work for them. You know what I'm saying?
So,
I don't know why they don't do it.
Be like, yo, I'll do like a couple battles for you for free or whatever. And then from there, like, well,
we'll talk it out.
Like I know people, especially people starting off from the ground.
Right.
Like a lot of people do, pre bono to be like, let me lock you in and show you what I could
bono?
do. Pre bono. What's it called? Pre bono.
Pro bono.
Pre bono. I've never heard that before, but I like it.
Hey, yo, pre bono sounds crazy.
What's it when you give like lawyers give
pro bono
a service for free? Huh?
Pro bono.
Pro, it's a pro, not a pre.
I was like, was that Bono before you two? What's going on here?
My bad, y'all.
Yeah, pro bono. That's correct. Pro bono.
Yo.
Let me lock you in and show you what I can do, and then
Facts. Words. I don't want anyone to get that misconstrued. I ain't calling anyone offering their services groupies or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But there are tons of people who was like, hey, I'm talented, you talented, let's work together. Let's make something happen. You push me, I push you. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we see what happens. People help out these artists and then these artists turn around and act like you ain't never did nothing for them. Get off my dick. I'm helping you. Know what I'm saying?
How many times have we created statistics for battle rappers that they fucking use as an accolade and get to brag about and never shout us out or never tag us? That's why we have to plaster the goddamn logo everywhere when we make these flyers.
Or they'll crop out the logo and I'm like, bruh. I've
seen people do that to y'all.
And it's
really? I've seen bloggers take y'all stats and do it as their own. And I'm just like, ooh, I seen it first somewhere else, sir.
But it's all good. As long as it's circulating and we know that it's reaching the audience. We know.
Well, we all know y'all the stats boys. Y'all got Like, everybody got an opinion, but y'all got the facts.
Stats and facts over opinions and emotions. Jared.
I love that, Vlad. I definitely want to make that our next trailer for the podcast. But you know what? There is media that respects us and shouts us out. And I want to talk about some of the media that we really fuck with heavy that was selected to be panelists for the Ultimate Madness tournament. We got the official judges
for round one.
For round one?
Yes.
So, or is it the entire tournament?
No, it said for round one. So I could only believe maybe round two, it's another 4.
Well, how long this shit's gonna be?
It's supposed to be what, like 4 rounds, friends?
But it's not. How many days is it gonna take to get through one round with all them people? Because there's two. It's like two.
It's like I hear
you. Vlad is correct. The official judges for the first round of the tournament are in. So let me break out the judges. The first judge, Uncle Ra, 15 Minutes of Fame.
Yay.
Second judge, Knowledge to God, Hip Hop is Real. Third judge, Tony Bro, Black Compass Media. And our fourth, I'm glad they got a lady on the panel. Lady her battle rap, Rita from Champion.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Two things.
Go ahead.
Two things. I don't understand why we have a even number of judges.
Well, I can break that down to you.
Who's going to be the tiebreaker?
The tiebreaker is the fans. The fans also vote on this as well.
Okay. All right.
And then who did the artwork? Who did the fucking artwork? I need to speak to them because
I feel like they were going for shock value.
The boat is.
Yeah, they went for shock value on this and they got it, but could have done so many other things.
You know what though? Ultimately, people are talking about it, so they did their job. You know, I got some laughs out of it. I looked at it kind of crazy.
Every time I be retweeting stuff, my friends who not really into battle rap, they be like, "What in the fuck is this, CC?"
Joey be looking like Mad TV.
I be like, "Girl."
People looking.
Is there any reservations about the judging panel we have? How do you guys feel that the judge panel is an all media panel? I feel like there was a little bit of brainstorming.
I'm not worried about Rita because Rita will say what she say, and I know sometimes her how she judges battles can be can go off from what people think, like majority rules.
So she ain't afraid to share.
I like that for this though, because you don't want people to be biased. You don't want people to be scared to say what they think. If you're gonna put them as a judge, let them judge. And I think Uncle Ra, he gonna be another person because I feel like with interviews, like he'll tell people straight, like, there's been a couple times he's told T-Rex, like, you haven't been on your shit.
Listen,
like he tells people when they on their shit and when they not on their shit, or like if they messed up or whatever. But the only person I really am a little worried about is Knowledge, because sometimes like opinion, when he gives an opinion but then gets pushed back, he sometimes fall off that. And it'd be like, no, stand your ground. You said this. Y'all can have a debate about it, but don't let that man like make you persuade you to make you think like what he's saying or what she's saying. No, fuck that. You said what you said.
That's a fact.
That's the thing. But I fucks with Knowledge. I just hope that don't happen with this judging shit because
and
it's gonna be drama. It's gonna be some drama.
I'll tell you what, the interviews after these battles are gonna be mad interesting. So why'd you pick him, son? Well, he kind of was cooking you.
That's Knowledge. I feel like he kind of did better with his rounds. I feel like you kind of took a long time to get up there. You didn't come out the gate, son.
But I can see why people would have you winning, though. You know what I'm saying? Like he always will give you.
He does stuff like that. He does stuff.
But he's going to have to give his opinion and he's going to have to stick with it because it is judged. So it's going to be interesting to see what he judges on because most of the time he'll decline on giving his opinion on who he thought won. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see how Knowledge processes these joints. Uncle Ra is 50 plus. He ain't got no time for the games. If you lost, you lost. Okay. And Rita, she gonna give her opinion. Tone Bro. Now, 2 of Tone Bro's all-stars are facing off in round 1 with Rube Bando and Gunpowder Pat. So I'm going to love this battle because Tony's going to be pacing back and forth like, oh, man, these are two guys who I really champion and two of my all-stars. So I got to see who gets the vote for this one if it's a close battle. So, Tone, bro, but everyone there has been to mad events. They're in the culture. They're outside. They've seen wild battles, and they're all very opinionated when it comes to battle rap and can break it down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with it. You know, maybe round 2, maybe they'll have all rappers. Maybe round 3, maybe they'll have all league owners. I don't know how they're planning on breaking it down, but
That's a good plan.
you know what I mean? So I'm not mad at it. I'm like, you know, let's see how this thing goes. You know, I'm gonna see the glass half full.
Yeah, I just hope it's just no politicking. Like, you know, because let's be honest, y'all took this format from March Madness. Like, this is based on who wins. It's not who was ranked number 1 in the country. No, just because you ranked number 1, just because you got the hottest buzz behind you, don't mean you gonna win the tournament.
Right. That's
you know
a fact.
what I'm saying. This is about performance and who motherfucking came out the gate.
Yeah, I do think there was some strategy behind URL putting an all media panel. So that's why I was a little intrigued by it all. And then Uncle Ra calls it down the middle. But Uncle Ra and Knowledge the God are foot soldiers. You guys are cameramen. You guys are at all the events. And they actively dodge giving their opinion on a battle. So it's going to be interesting to see them in a light where they have no choice but to give their opinion. What else we got here on the news cycle?
I feel like Uncle Rod gonna be cool.
I'm
a little worried about Knowledge if like he gives his opinion and one of the battlers be like, man, that's some bullshit. What you mean? He gonna be like, oh well.
Nah, I just he had more punches, and I thought his delivery was just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Let's keep going here. What else we got here on the news
cycle?
We got speaking of 15 Minutes of Fame, Hollow still on 15 Minutes of Fame. The part of this interview dropped where Hollow the Don responds to Rum Nitty's call out. It says he was blindsided that Rum Nitty called him out and said Hollow the Don is on the menu. He said, me and Rum have a personal relationship. I would have really liked to have heard from Rum that he wants to battle me. I'm like, well, what? This is competition. There's no problem with Rum Nitty calling him out. He's willing to accept the Rum battle. He said he will only battle Chef Trez if it's an all freestyle battle.
He would die.
Oh, hello.
Hey, I mean, you got to what I was going to say before I got to it, so I let my opinion live through your words. But guys, what do you think? Hollow the Don potentially versus Rum Nitty. All freestyle battle, Hollow and Chef Trez.
Look, I said what I said. Hollow ain't the same Hollow. Everybody keeps on. Every time Hollow do a battle, y'all keep on thinking it's the Hollow from back in the day. It's not the same Hollow. And yes, he did great 2-on-2 with Lux. But y'all act like even though he may have won the Danny battle, y'all act like he was on some like it was still some okay Hollow. Like it was cool. All right. But am I gonna watch it again anytime soon? No. I haven't even watched it since I've been locked in the house.
You got 10 kids at home. Who watching them?
That was funny. But nah, man. Hell no. I'm not picking him over. I'm not doing it. Like, I picked him over John. What happened?
L.
Over Math. What happened?
L.
I'm tired of it. Like, I'm not going to keep on picking y'all if y'all not going to show up. And then y'all going to talk about it 5 months later, talk about I wasn't motivated. I'm not doing this with y'all no more. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Put Trez in there that's always ready and hungry to kill somebody. Let's go.
I think you said it all, man. The data proves Chef Trez been doing this on a high level over and over again. Sharon is a freestyling machine. This is what he does for a living now also. So for me to think that Hollow would just come off the bench and try to do an all freestyle battle versus either one of these gentlemen and clearly win, that might be a yoga stretch. So, I would definitely go with Trez and Sharon in that battle. But I do think he would step it up, though, because it's outside of the norm. I think he might want to prove like, yo, I'm one of the, I don't want to say originators, but he's one of the guys who in this modern era has brought freestyling to the forefront. So I
He
think
sure did.
I think he would try to step it up for this battle, and there might be a secret hidden motivation for that. But do I think he would clearly win this battle?
No.
Yeah, there's another part of it when he's talking about it. He talks about he already got paid for the Murder Mook battle, and there's some complications as far as
going to happen.
There's some complications as far as booking other matches on URL. I want to play this
Because
real
they
quick for
getting
you
paid
guys.
how much money?
Recoup paid for what the work I put in for. That's why I'm aiming to be fair, because I feel like the league shouldn't take the L. Like, it's not URL's fault. So how does URL recoup from paying you for a battle that... That's where everybody's in a tough position at. You know what I'm saying? So I got to figure that out. Because my thing is, I ain't going to hold you. I'm stern with how I roll. I'm very, like, there's no getting around it. So I'm big on telling them, like, I would take out the person, whoever messed up the battle, they got to go towards what I got fixed for this other dude. What do you mean? So if it's like me versus Chess, and Chess last minute get arrested, and they paying Chess $15,000, they still owe him, I need to take 10 now, because now Hollow need an extra 5. I got to pay you. I got to go pay for this. So now that's coming out of what I owe you. And that's how, in my opinion, it should be run. Whoever's at fault should take the...
Do you guys agree with Hollow's view on business here?
Cece, ladies first. I'll let you take this one.
Well, shit. I thought about Surf. I was just like, I know he ain't gonna like this shit. Nigga get locked up. How many times has this nigga got locked up before a big battle? Like, damn, again?
Man, friends, see, I think Hollow is slightly bugging with this. Like, if I'm a battler,
but what does that have to do with you?
I almost didn't understand what he was saying, but then I understood it. But then I thought, yo, you're wilding right now. Why would battler B give up the purse that you were supposed to get from battling battler A? How about, listen, you probably...
What does that have to do with you? What does Chess get? If you were supposed to battle Mook, and Chess is on the same card, let's say battling T-Top.
Right.
And Chess gets arrested. What does you or Mook have to do with Chess battle? If anybody, this affects T-Top, not you.
Well, I guess essentially he's just saying, like, if his opponent ges arrested, he used Chess as an example. So he's saying if his opponent is the reason why the battle doesn't happen and it gets rescheduled to another time, you're going to switch my opponent. You got to take the pay from my opponent that messed up the first battle and use it towards my next battle. And in my head, I'm like, I get what he's kind of saying, because you wrote, you prepared, you want to be compensated for that already. But part of the compensation is for the performance, which wasn't executed, and you've already received a lump sum of money. Like, let's be honest, a Murder Mook and
you
Hollow
got your
battle,
first half already.
A Murder Mook and Hollow battle is probably going to break the checkbook. Well, not for URL, but for most other places, it's going to break the checkbook. So I'm sure a first half for a Murder Mook battle is pretty hefty. URL saying, well, we paid you already. We can disperse this out to any other opponent.
Yeah, because my thing is, okay, you got the first half. So whether you prepared for Mook already, wrote your rhyme, I don't think he wrote the rhymes already, but even if he did, you got the first half. The second half is to show up and perform. You feel me? So if they're not asking you for the first half back, you're still getting a new first half for another opponent, and you're going to be getting a back end for that opponent, I would assume. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I would assume. So the business practice and what he wanted, it didn't really make sense to me. But I don't know. That's Hollow. Half the time I don't understand what he's talking about anyway. So I don't know. It didn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, I agree with you, Vlad.
He can explain it better, but I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't understand what he was talking about.
Yeah, and I'm like, if I'm battling you, and let's say my purse would have been 20, why would I only accept 10 because you didn't battle Murder Mook? Like, why would I need to give you 10 just to battle you? Like, nah, I'll take my services elsewhere and battle someone else and maybe not get 20. Maybe I'll get 15, but it'll be my 15. I'm not paying you because somebody else, quote unquote, decided that they couldn't do this battle anymore. That doesn't make sense. Who's going to accept that?
I mean, the deposit is for your preparation. So him saying, like, well, I already prepared, I should be compensated for that. You were compensated.
Right.
That's what the deposit's for. That's why you don't get your entire money up front, because we need to ensure the performance actually happens.
Right. Now, if he showed up to the battle and it was in his contract that if I show up and I'm in the venue, then I deserve to get my second half, by all means.
That happens, yeah.
No, for sure. By all means, ask for your second half. But you can't ask another battler to give up half of his purse because some other cat couldn't make it to the battle. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, no. Well, again, I want to just clarify. I think he was using chess as an example. He wasn't using chess as like an external factor to it. He's saying if I'm battling chess doesn't show up, whatever you deduct from chess has to be put towards me moving forward if you want to rebook me. I mean, even Uncle Ra was kind of like, what? Like, I see it in his face where he kind of didn't want to call it out or pick at it too much. But even he was a little confused by the statement. And come on, Howard, let's just make it happen.
I wish a motherfucker would say I gotta pay them money for their inconvenience that I didn't cause them. The fuck? That's what it sounds like to me, unless I'm not understanding it. You're asking me to pay an inconvenience fee to you that I didn't cause.
Facts.
That makes no sense in any logical way to me. I don't understand. Like, I'm starting to get tongue-tied trying to even think. It's really, my mind is like that one gif where the lady got all like the mathematical symbols flying past her face. It's like, what the fuck is going? Like, what?
Oh man.
Let me close this out.
Although I rocked with you, despite what I said, like I do rock with you, but I don't understand what you're saying. I don't get it. I don't get it.
So let me finish up the news cycle here. We had a bunch of Haymaker battles this week. So shout out to all the guys that took the initiative to go on IG, do a Haymaker battle inspired from T-Pain and Lil Jon. Of course, it's battle rap, so everything gets beaten down to death. Everything gets saturated and copied and overdone. So Hitman and Surf obviously started it off on Monday, and they had about 7,000 people in their lives, about 30 moments combined from two MCs. You realize how great those guys are. Suge and Cortez go at it. Kind of ugly. Only 280 people on that live. And then Geechee and Toy go at it, and they had about 2,100 people in their live. And it just goes to show you where the new generation of battle rap is.
What you trying to say, friends? Y'all not as hot as y'all think y'all is? No, I'm joking.
Hey.
Because I love Geechee. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, listen, Suge's to blame too. Don't put it all on Cortez. Suge's to blame too. Suge and Core don't pull in together the numbers that Geechee and Twerk did.
I'm not gonna lie though. I didn't watch it because I was at work doing the interview. However, I also was thinking like, I know how this is going to end. Like,
yeah, I was
really going to say that Cortez has more haymakers or moments than Suge. Why were they even put together? Was my question. Suge could have he should have done it with somebody else. I'm not saying Suge shouldn't have done it. No, because Suge got moments. Whether he wins or loses battles, he got moments in haymakers. But Cortez, no.
Suge's a walking highlight reel. And I remember me and Vlad were talking about it all fair, and I want Vlad to kind of like chime in on this. He really talked about the value of just being a highlight reel in battle rap.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you're a highlight reel, you're just a walking promotion. Any league can say, hey, you got 30 seconds? I want to show you something from this battle rapper. And you'll go, yo, you seen that fat dude that was jumping up like a jackhammer? He killed it, son. Meanwhile, it's a lot tougher to promote someone who's more intricate with it and getting lyrical, miracle, spiritual with it. These room rockers, these haymakers, these moments, they're easily digestible in 30-second clips that you can post on IG, on Twitter, or throw on these promotional reels and get these people in to buy tickets and to buy pay-per-views. So if you could provide 1, 2, 3, 4 highlights, moments per battle, then you're a walking ticket, and it just shows how much it's valued. And shout out to Geechee Gotti, because not only does he have highlights and moments, but he also brings complete rounds. He brings angles at times. He brings, those thirds that you can always count on. So not only does he have highlights, but you can count on him to give you 3 solid rounds mostly every time that he steps out there. So his value, his stock is always going to be high until he decides to start phoning it in. And it don't look like he's going to be phoning it in no time soon.
And to be honest, and let's be fair, Surf and Hitman have done it longer. Hitman also has,
1 million followers.
He is a star outside of battle rap. You know what I'm saying? He does the Wildin' Out and other things, and Surf as well. Like, Surf has been in the studio with 50 Cent playing his music to him. Like, Surf got star appeal, so does Hitman. So, Twerk and Geechee would be up there one day where they can do this again, like maybe like 4 or 5 years from now, and it's going to be more than just 2,000 people in the line.
Hey, I mean, it beats 280.
Right. Maybe 7 p.m. was just a little too early, fellas. You know what I'm saying? You got to save it for...
Or that could have been it too, yeah.
You got to save it for prime time. You know what I'm saying? Prime time.
All right, to close things out, we had an interesting battle that dropped on Monday that we laughed about. We enjoyed it for all the wrong reasons. And even today, watching it, it just makes you question what happened. This social distancing RBE, T-Rex, and Ill Will battle.
Oh, man.
T-Rex, I swear on for God. I don't want to keep on having to do this.
It was a mess. It was a mess.
On saying this about T-Rex, like, it really does hurt my feelings.
Well, first, shout out to Ill Will, Pontiac in the building. He brought it.
Yeah.
It sounded like he had a mixture of the original round he had for Rex and then sprinkled in some new stuff. He had a cameraman. Everything was set up crispy. He was performing it right.
And he was getting his angles. Okay. It's about the angles, best friend.
Hitting them angles. So that was fire. But then T-Rex this time literally dropped some mixtape bars, and you can find the video on YouTube. It was fire on the video. So I don't know what happened through the delivery. It sounded like he had lockjaw through like chewing on an E-pill or something,
like
but it
had
sounded
the Bobby
crazy.
Brown jaw. He sounded like he had the Bobby Brown jaw.
Oh,
that
man.
Coke jaw where you just grind your teeth up.
Friends, do we have the actual video from that?
I wouldn't want to play it.
Oh,
and then he was fighting with the yellow tape. And
the video from the actual music video, because he always says, I'm mixing balls, but they can't find the mixtape. I'm like, yo, Rex, chill out, bro. We found the mixtape now, man.
I'll rob y'all, take all your best friend goals. Violate and get clipped off. I got 2 lickety knots and shoot these fuck off. I was born in the basement with...
Oh, this is nasty. I can't even.
But then when you watch the video from where the bars came from, you're like, yo, this is fire. Like, this is actually
which goes to show about how much delivery matters, because his delivery was so bad. Like, I was even like, oh, this shit's trash. No, but then when I seen the music video, I was like, oh, wait, I better understand it. Like, I honestly could not understand what Rex was saying.
Right, yeah. I was like, yo, what is going on right now? What is Randy talking about? This don't make any sense. But then you watch the video and you're like, yo, how could bars be so fire, like, on a song, on a rhyme? And then, you get... Here we go.
I hate the way that he cook. I got the magazine, I'm handling by the book. If it ain't fish still, and I'm hanging him off the hook. Yeah, I got a killer vibe. Kill you if you kill a vibe. Don't die over your pride. Push your shit aside. Got some niggas that be waiting in them whips outside. Like Trey Songz boarding the plane, them triggers fly. Broad day with your kids,
you know what I mean? And then you see him on the streets and you're like, oh, what's going on here, man? Rex.
And then he used a Summer Breeze sample.
Oh,
you can't use it.
Come on, Rex. You a whole legend out here. Just chill, bro. Just you taking these checks and disgracing your legacy, just tarnishing it and just giving people negative things to say. I get it, Rex. You don't care as long as they're talking. You a street cat. You don't care. It's all good. But dog, you've been the man since you were literally a child, like a teenager,
Yeah,
13,
he
14
was. He was
years old.
a
Like,
teenager. Come
yeah,
on.
this is not a good way to go about things. You got wild personality. People are always tuning into you. Your interviews do wild numbers. There's so many ways you could play this thing. You could decide, yo, I just want to write records for other people. You could put out the project with Tyrese if you want to. We know y'all got hella songs together and all that. You could, do your own talk show thing. Just get into that lane. But taking these checks and looking bad on stage, man, like Larry Holmes and all that, like, it's not a good look, man. I don't know, Rex. You're better than that, Rex. You're better than that.
Like I was telling y'all yesterday, I just think he's just at a crossroads where he needs to do a lot of soul searching during this lockdown and figure out what is his second half going to look like as far as his life, his career, and his place in battle rap.
What do you guys think about people in battle rap like this that, like, they're not going to bring a good performance, but because they have good, I guess, marketing, bring energy, they still get booked? This is kind of where, like, it gets controversial, where people was like, well, winning doesn't matter, being good doesn't matter. And I agree with the frustrations of some of the MCs where, like, there's so many talented people that can get a push and that are probably cheaper, you know what I mean? But we get Rex. And, I mean, we have enough Rex in our discography to enjoy. We don't have to create new Rex.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. Listen, it's one thing if they're getting into debatables, right? And they're decent debatables. I'm cool with that. But these guys are getting washed like every time now. And as a consumer, I don't want to see it. Now, I can't tell a man what to do with his business and his money, because if it's bringing chicken to his pockets and the bottom line is the only thing that the league cares about, I can't tell him what to do. But as a consumer, I don't get excited now when I see certain names pop up and they're about to be there. I love the promo run, but I know what I'm about to get, and I tune out, and I'm not going to watch the battle on any apps or any free streaming services when it drops. Like, I'm just not. Like, I'm good. I'm good on that.
Yeah, man. I think it's just time for Rex to do something else until he can find that love that he used to have for battle rap, or him caring about it, because he just doesn't care. Like, bro, this was a pre-recorded one rounder that you had probably enough time to get your thoughts and stuff together to execute it properly.
It's deeper than laziness at this point, right? It's deeper than laziness.
Like, I'm sorry, like it's like laziness doesn't even cut it. Like, I just feel like you don't care. You don't have the love and passion for it no more. If that's the case,
it's like, it's kind of like being in a relationship.
I ain't saying go away and don't ever come back, but don't come back until you find it.
You know what it's like to me, y'all? It's like being in a relationship with someone who just feels indifferent about you. Like, they're just not even trying. They don't care what you're going through. They're just the person that's just there. And you're like, well, if you're not trying to put any effort into this, like, why are we together? And I feel
like T-Rex getting booked is like when that relationship is no longer working. You try to do other things to spice it up, like you get a dog. You're like, maybe the dog will bring us together. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Get some flowers or something. And they're like, man, it's like, yo, battle rap is telling you, listen, man, like, this ain't, we don't have this same kind of relationship anymore. And the younger these fans get, it's not like in basketball where you'll go back and check out the legends. Young fans still know who Jordan is. They still know who Magic is. Hell, they still know who Bob Cousy is. But when it comes to hip-hop, rap, battle rap, you got to be a real degenerate to go do your homework and find out who the legends are. So if they're seeing you and you just showing up giving performances where you look like you don't care, that's the only way that they're going to remember you.
Yeah, because some of these new fans don't even realize how cold Rex really is before this Rex came about, that we're all just so disappointed to keep watching in these battles lately. Like, Rex had a moment where he was that nigga.
He was that dude.
But I'm not saying, like, because like I say, everybody got a season. Like, right now it's Geechee. Mm-hmm. Tay Rock, he had his season. But, and the list go on. But Rex is just not
But I can't remember seeing a decline. I can't remember seeing a decline like this where someone can have a 5-year run where it's just like, you just not bringing it. Like I've seen people, like, they ain't got it no more. And then maybe they step back. You don't see them that often. Or they might come back and have a decent performance and you might get psyched into thinking that they're back. But this has been 5 years of this. Since the T-Top battle, it hasn't looked, everything had the funny look. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been looking crazy since then.
I found a quote earlier today. I wish I could pull it up again. I don't know where the source came from, but it was an old basketball player from the 2002 Washington Wizards, and he said looking up to Michael Jordan was difficult because it's like you're better than your idol at this current time. And that's kind of like what it is now for Rex. Like now, Rex can't give battle rap advice to younger guys, can he?
But no, see, there's a difference though. Mike at 40 was still trying to put on and dropping 20 in games, and he could give you 40 here and there. Like there was a consistency that you can count on from Mike. Like he's going to bring it night in and night out. It might not be that Mike that you knew at 32 years old, but at 40 years old, he's still trying to give it up. And there was a few players that he was definitely better than at 40 than they were at 28. So I can't really say the same for Rex now. So it's like, and Mike, you done seen Mike win 6 championships, and he's like, yo, I'm just doing this until I just got nothing left in the tank anymore. You know what I'm saying? So there's a big difference there.
The quote came from Larry Hughes.
Shots carried through like the brother Larry Hughes. I remember that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but Larry Hughes still couldn't talk shit about Jordan, though. People could.
No, I mean,
people are trying to talk shit about Rex now. I guess it's a different look.
I guess it wasn't so much talking shit, where it's just more like you feel a little conflicted. Where it's like there's certain things where you're like, all right, I'm at a higher level than you physically or currently at this moment. But I guess Jordan wasn't out here tarnishing his legacy, I guess.
Right. And battle
he wasn't tarnishing it, but he wanted to go out on his own terms because people have to understand why he retired those 2 times.
But Rex isn't retiring. Rex is out here actively trying to, in his mind, get the smoke. And in his mind, winning these battles.
Oh, man, Rex, I'm going to continue to tune into all the interviews you got, all the promo that you got. Everything that you got going on outside the ring, I'm here for it, brother. But you got to get your act together.
He had on them thigh pants
again.
He
definitely had on them thigh pants, the neon green highlighter joints. Rex was out there getting that 40.
Look, I was like, not the thigh pants.
It's Corona time, and that brother needed $40. All right, man, I can't knock his hustle. Get it how you live, Rex.
Not the thigh pants. I was dead when I seen somebody tweet that. Who was that?
I don't know.
To
make it crisscross.
I was like, what?
Word,
I was like, why is he fighting with the tape?
Oh,
leave the tape alone.
Even in these moments, he gives you moments, man. France, anything left on the table, brother?
I think that's all for the week, man.
Oh, man. Battle rap. Shout out to everybody tuning in. We appreciate each and every last one of y'all. If you want to follow the show on Instagram and Twitter, follow us at LTBR Podcast. Follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter at Program V. Cece, where can he find you?
CC on air, CECE on air.
Word, man. And I'm about to put on my thought pants. If you support the show and you got some extra rent that you want to share with the brothers for all the content that we've been dropping in the quarantine, don't be afraid to cash app your boy $Program V. I will be sharing it with the entire crew. Show your love. You heard, CC? You trying to get that brand?
I mean, just $1. Everybody chipping $1.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Word, man. Until next time, everyone, man, be safe out there. Wash your hands. Hug your children. Call your mama. Let your daddy that you haven't seen in 22 years know that you still love him. And stay alive, y'all. Until next time. Peace.